Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to another run at Final Fantasy XIV. Okay, so when we last left off, we had recovered the Sultana's crown, which had been rather stolen, as it were. And generally speaking, we're coming in with almost everything up to level 20. So, did a little quick bit of crafting to get miner and goldsmith to 20. Which is the current of how we sit. So, okay. Let us start here. I'm going to go to the 8th Right Plaza. What I'm going to actually do is just kind of run around town and grab my other job quests. Yep. Okay. So, those of you who are ever wondering, if you take a look in this top corner where we're flashing the A Matter of Tradition, right under it is, The Spirit is Willing. That notification is the job quest, which gives us a nice little ability to just roll on over here and pick up our next job quest. Ooh, we get something gifty. Oh yeah, I think we start getting our next little upgrade ability. Oh right, that's an upgrade only because I'm still wearing the hairpiece. Okay, downgrade. Okay. That is an upgrade, however. So, I'm probably just going to grab that bronze piece. Ah, there you are, Sean. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today, I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, son. These toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's beside the point. Point is, you'll need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well. So bide your time and wait for an opening. When that opening shows, thwack! Rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues. Okay. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go beat up giant toads. Now, normally, we'd have it, we'd move on. Now, let's see. Yep, we have the 15 for that. We have the 15 for that. Okay. Character. Okay. We already did the level 20 gladiator. Okay, we got both of those taken care of. So, let's go ahead. We're going to switch to miner. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up all my job quests. Might as well fill out the journal. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So if we're heading to the banquet, I think it's getting ready by level to be like, hey, would you like to go other places? So, wisdom, new ways. Okay, that's a lead. Grade 2 plus 6 plus 3. So right now the pants are really kind of pushing this one. Actually, never mind. Cotton Work Clubs are going to win because I'm still on base gear for that one. Yeah. Shoes aren't a big enough swing. So I want the Cotton Work Gloves. Let's get an iron pickaxe. Okay. Adalberta. Ah, Sean. I hear you passed the vice foreman's test. Well done. I never doubted that you'd manage it, but I'm proud of you all the same. Tell me, did Deep Canyon have any words of advice for you by any chance? I see. In case you're wondering, the vice foreman used to be a miner himself, but more than that, he used to be my mentor. My father was a miner too, but he died in a cave-in when I was but a child. Guild's been the guild's been home to me since. Its members, my family. I grew up here, watching girls sing and dance on that very stage. I've enjoyed them for a while. Oh, she's talking about over here on the left. Or, we could experience a connection with the server was lost issue. Hate you people. This brings us to server DDoS. Dickbags. Oh, such an annoyance. You are so annoying. Mina Ana Krista. Wow, it went the full distance on that one. Oh, wait, no, something else happened. Oh, that's a minute. So while we've all right, give me a second. Okay. Nope. Apparently, for some silly ass reason, my router reset. Lots of fun. Takes all sorts. Why that happened, I don't know. Apparently, pure spite. It's on the table. You never know. Okay. And we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, we're starting to get a bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh, I've already killed 500 things. Nice. So, yeah, this is a good time to show you the various stuff. Okay, so you're gonna, this shows, so this is your achievements roster. As you go through, you'll pick up various stuff. The last 5, these are the last 5 that you actually made, right? Makes sense. Your last 5 achievements. Now, so if we look over here, this tells you how many achievement points you have. See? Achievement points. Watch list. You can, like, if you're working on specific ones, you want to keep monitored, you can do that. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because, quite honestly, that would be nuts. But you have stuff for general battle stuff. That's dungeons, trials, raids, the hunt, treasure hunt, field ops. You've got PvP stuff. We haven't gotten to PvP yet. Whoops. No. Shoot. Then, front line, rival wings, nobody plays. And we have stuff. So, we have our stuff over here. But, now, so you can also sort your stuff and filter out all the unfinished achievements. You can filter it to just the completed achievements. You can do filters for stuff like mount rewards, minion rewards, gear rewards, items, titles, stuff like that. There's too much stuff here to really like go. Now, if we go between our tabs at the top, we then get stuff that like near completion. These are ones that are generally close to popping for you. So if you know you're close on something, you can do a thing. And then they have living in a material world. Hard. Now, some of these, like, it's like, yeah, you should really get this. It's like, it's so far off. Like, complete 500 supply missions for the Immortal Flames. Do you know how long that's going to take? Because that's going to be insane. The Assimilator. Successfully extract 1,000 material. Yeah. So they're recommended, but yeah, don't take that to heart too much. Anyway. I grew up here, joined them for a while. I didn't want to become a miner back then, you see. After what happened to my father, I could scarcely face the thought of spending a moment underground. Never mind a lifetime. Not that the stage suited me much better. So what exactly? Having been surrounded by miners for as long as I could remember, I began to wonder if I truly belonged among them. I even considered leaving. It was then that one of the guild's brightest and best took me by the hand and showed me the joys of mining. I speak, of course, of Deep Canyon. He taught me everything he knew, which was a great deal, and the more I learned of mining, the closer I felt to my father. I owe a lot to Deep Canyon, despite how things turned out. But I'm rambling. I meant only to tell you that the man knows what he's talking about when it comes to mining, at least. Now, it's high time I taught you something. You are here to learn how, after all. It concerns the vice foreman's advice to you. He speaks true. A miner who neglects his gear can't hope to work to his full potential. In the past, if you wanted to improve your gear, you had little choice but to replace it. These days, we have materia. By your confused expression, I take it you're not familiar with this stuff. Well then, I reckon a lesson is in order. Simply put, materia is a kind of crystal that enhances the properties of equipment it's attached to. The attachment process is fairly simple, but that wasn't always the case. The time was you needed substances called catalysts. That's got to be a 1.0 reference. And digging this stuff up once formed a healthy part of a miner's workday. Now, even though no one needs catalysts anymore, there's still educational merit in the gathering. To that end, I want you to try your hand at mining a variety of it, namely grade 1 carbonized matter. 15 fragments ought to do it. You'll have the best luck searching around the De Nivelle checkpoint over in Middle Lenosia. See? So we're about to start getting hit on some stuff. Because I can't get to Lenosia right now. I mean, technically I could probably do it, but it would be the longest, most tedious run. Oh, and you'll definitely need your sledgehammer. Okay. Picked up miner. But we also have goldsmiths, so let's go run and get that. Still need boots on this one. Should probably be available through goldsmith. Alright. Yep. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Objectively speaking, you would not believe what just happened, Sean. Gigi touched my bottom. I was assisting one of my goldsmiths when he reached out and grabbed it without warning. Then he has the gall to say that my bottom lacks sufficient shape and tone. I feel so violated and insulted. Glad Robert wasn't here to... Oh, that reminds me. Robert was back again with another commission. This time he wants a pair of fang earrings and a brass gorget. Not just any goldsmith, mind you. He specifically requested the artisan who crafted the copper rings. That's you, Sean. He must be really impressed by your work. When the accessories are ready, pray present them for my inspection. I want to ensure that Robert's completely satisfied. Oh, yeah, that's how you want to satisfy him. Okay. Fang earrings, brass gorget. Two, 3 brass ingots, which I believe I can just get here. Okay. There are, in fact, better ways. No, that wasn't it. Hey, what happened? Ah, damn. Okay, let's look it up. Two copper ore, 1 zinc ore. I need 6 and 3. So 1 and 1 and 3. Nope. All right. Let's get. Okay. That. Perhaps. Yep. Alright, at least not. Don't use it later. So it turns into a whole thing where, like, you forget you have certain abilities. Sometimes it can really hurt. Okay. They did it again. Okay. Bang earrings taken care of. Okay, so thing to talk about here is that it will never auto-load your high quality ingredients because that's just a thing for the game. So, like, if you have normal quality, like with hard leather, it'll automatically be like, yeah, we're setting aside that. But it'll never automatically touch your high quality stuff so you don't accidentally, like, use your high quality materials on something silly. Okay. 1, 2, Really need to test this. Just need to have that. Okay. Portrait done. Oh. This for my crafter. Let's check. Yes, I want to get one of those for my crafters. My crafter. Alright. So what I'm doing is on my controller, I'm essentially hitting X to immediately go to the examples of an item that are already in inventory. Yes, proceed with the trade. Impressive work, Sean! You clearly have an affinity for brass. The fine touches on those earrings in particular are... GGG. Bangs. Brass. This presents a dilemma. I should not like these items, but they feel fresh. Your numerous mistakes, when taken together, give them an endearing quality. I am reminded of serendipity. Her meager bosom and untoned buttocks are GG. I'll have you know that my bosom is quite ample, and my bottom is as firm as can be. Wait, this has nothing to do with anything, and I refuse to be a party to a debate over my own body parts. We were talking about the earrings and gorget you made, Sean. Both called for brass, which is more useful than you may realize. While it isn't the fanciest metal around, it can be made to resemble gold in appearance if shaped and polished well. And despite Gigi's comments, I believe you've done an excellent job. Robert will doubtless agree. Since he requested that you make these items, I suppose you should be the one to deliver them. You'll find him outside as before. Oh, we're going to be all day at this relationship, aren't we? Yo! Good to see you again, Sean. Take it the earrings and the gorget are ready? Oop. By the gods, the craftsmanship is exquisite. This isn't gear to be worn, but art to be admired. No, actually, it's gear to be worn. It is of little wonder that Serendipity was named Guildmaster at such a young age. She is a woman of incomparable talent, and rare beauty besides. What? It was you who crafted these? Well now, this is an unexpected development. I'll have to keep my eye on both you and your lovely Guildmaster. The throuple begins. No, my thanks, Sean. Alright, pop over. Thought it was my handiwork? I don't know what to say. For a custom to mistake your work for mine speaks to your growth as a goldsmith. At the rate you're improving, I can only imagine what customers will be saying about you years from now. Yep. I wish you could isolate by... Now, before I go hitting a button, let's screw myself up. 23. All right. Okay, thank you. We'll just straight equip. And that bumps my crafting points by 19. So I go from 181 to 200 even. Okay. Level's my stuff. Level 8? Dear Lord. Level 20. Gloves, pants, headgear. That's only a 1 point increase over what I've got right now. 1 point increase over what I have. And dead. Oh, we go with the headgear. Things being more or less equal. Building of the mountains. Sean! Oh gods. You should have seen it. It was glorious. A golden brown apple tart. Freshly baked by a Bismarck-trained chef. I was saving it for an afternoon snack. The moment I turned my back, that little terror ate it. Gigi ate it. Humans can't even taste food. Then he had the nerve to criticize my diet, saying it would lead to further deviation from conventional standards of beauty. God, I just heard my outburst. It's not why you're here. Keeping your skills sharp, I trust. You know, it occurs to me that the past 2 tasks I gave you weren't proper lessons. How about I teach you something new? What do you know about materia? Wait, don't answer that. Even if you're familiar with it, it is my duty as Guildmaster to instruct you in its applications to our craft. So, let's review the basics. Materia are special crystals you can use to enhance the properties of items. Now, attaching these crystals requires an artisan's touch. So for this lesson, I want you to attach materia to an item. Not any item, mind you, but a staghorn staff. Which I would have you craft yourself. This particular staff may prove difficult to construct, if only because the requisite horns must be cut from antelopes, which are not native to Thanalan. If you wish to purchase some, you might have some luck searching over at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. If that doesn't yield what you seek, a trip to Gridania may be in order. There are numerous types of materia out there. It's entirely up to you what you use. I'm only concerned with your ability to attach it after all. Oh, and I almost forgot the most important part. If all this talk of materia makes absolutely no sense, you could go to Central Thanalan and learn from Master Mutamix himself. Though to be honest, I don't understand a word he said. No questions? Splendid. Off you go, Sean. Okay. So I have to make a stop off. Now, one of the little add-ons here, updates, is now they added this, which if I just press A, it will bring it up in the thing. Okay, I can buy the marble die, the antelope horn. So now I've kind of hit a limit of sorts. But there's an important job I do have to do, which is going to take us out to Blackbrush. Okay, for sake of sanity, I should probably freaking quest. Oh, right. Monk quest. Okay. General rule, crafters are really not good at combat and don't have a stealth ability like with the Nope, that's lost hope. I need to go this way. Alright. So, we're coming up to materia. Ooh, let's go around. I don't want to fight. It's level 6. I get basically nothing out of that. It's just hassle. Okay. Spine Bros. Forging the Spirit. We'll get XP plus Grade 1 Dark Matter and Materia Extraction. Let's do that. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. This spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You're ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, that means you won't know the exact properties of stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, you see. And this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Phobos. Melding is her field of expertise. Yep. Wait. Okay. Now, this is where we get to one of the neat bits. Alright, so like my weathered choker is full, and Venus earring is just about empty, full. Check some of the other stuff in my inventory too. So in the top left corner of the tooltip, if you go left from where it says Bat Fang Needle, that first blue bar is item durability. And the mostly red bar there is your spirit bond level. So the stuff that you keep using is going to start to fill up. As you can see on the Weathered Alembic, if you go all the way to the left from Weathered Alembic, you'll see it. It's like 25% complete. And I'm just going to check some stuff. Hot scarf's working its way up, huh? Hempen bandana's almost done. So, for instance, what I could do is throw my hempen bandana back on and, like, just try to make an item or two to finish out its thing. But the thing you got to remember is that level is going to determine how good a materia is that you can make. All right. And only my crafting gear essentially is, well, crafting and mining. Actually, I can do that. Oh, wait. Let's start here. This stuff. So these are level 1, which means that it's going to be basically nothing. So say, got a quick arm material, 1. See? But you also have to have higher crafting levels to be able to do extractions on higher level gear. Quick arm. And savage might. Okay. Next, we want to go to Phobos, so we can learn materia melding. Why, hello there. I see you're a disciple of the hand, like me. Maybe you're interested in learning how to meld materia to gear? If so, it'd be my pleasure to teach you. Ready to begin? Good. Now then, there's one thing to keep in mind when melding. Materia slots. Arms and armor each have a certain number of these slots, and this determines how many pieces of materia they can host. Normally, an item cannot host more pieces of materia than it has slots. However, as with most things in life, there are certain exceptions. But this sort of knowledge is for later down the road. After you become more experienced, you may want to broach the subject matter with Master Munimix. Now, off you go, and happy melding. Yep. Okay. Let's take a look here. So, okay, going to our tooltip, we go down the left side. You've got item level, what classes can equip, what level of those classes can equip, bonuses, and then you have materia. So there are 2 open slots. Now everything has a thing. Now if we take a look, see, that's the meld. Let's go to pugilist. Nope. None of the stuff that I'm wearing, pugilist, is meldable, which sucks a bit, but it'd have to be 25th level to get advanced material. Okay. So when I get to level 25 of crafter, I'll be able to potentially put materia on something whose materia slots are already full. There can be issues with that. But we'll go over that later. Okay, brass ingots. Can't keep buying these. Really, copper ore here. So, zinc ore. We go to search recipes using this material. It gives us brass ingot and Phrygian here, Phrygian gold ingot, which is way later. Okay, I need zinc ore and I need copper ore. Both are available in Hammerlea, and both are available in Blackbrush. So, I think what I'll do is go ahead. We now have challenge left yet, right? Throw up a stealth. And let's go. So, as what I was talking about earlier, this is technically a downgrade. 4 points of perception. But Hempen Bandana is very close to completing. Now I didn't save that so that when I'm going the wrong way, and once I stop going the wrong way, so that when I come back to it later, there's no point in updating it. I'm just doing this literally in order to get a materia. All right. There we go. Sure. All right. I'm actually going to build up a bit of stock here because really, like you noticed, I had to keep buying stuff. That's going to weigh you down after a while. Okay. 20. Okay. Well, let's get running. Okay. Let's. Excuse me. Up this way. $41. There we go. All right. Checking. And just check. That should be enough to. Yep. Make speed build 20. Still not there. Anything else I need? Oh, I got 16 of that. Yeah, let's go click that right now. Okay. Not doing it. All right. Rocky outcrop. Oh, shit. Only gloves on that one. Ragstone ends up being useful for a while. So, good way check, and this actually does a good point. Let's go for our search recipes. So you already see that I've got 3 pieces here that use ragstone in them directly. We've got ragstone whetstone, apparently stone soup. Here's the thing. You can actually look up ragstone. You can already see like there's a ton of this. See? Okay, so 2 of those could be a thing. Yeah, I should definitely pick up more of this. Okay. Oop, take a look. Traits. Stone Whisperer 3. Oh, neat. Further identify characteristics. So see, now I have 3 ragstone whetstones. This is enough for 12 of them. 12 more. Yeah, that should be good for now. I don't feel like hand running this. Oh, I should have kept going. All right. No. No. Come on. Oh, cool. So this is the thing we were talking about, right? We look up top. I know it's a little small here, but perception is greater than or equal to 42. You get gatherer's boon chance plus 40%. So usually it would be 60, which means that it's now a 100% chance. Okay. There are ways to speed up. There we go. Fine. All right. Craftsman cutting materia. Right. We'll have that automatically. So that was a bit stupid of me. I do survive my own stupid this time. Okay. So that is a gatherer's item. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look. Oh, look. I can do stuff. So most of this is completely useless to doing anything craft or gather related. This has crafters. XP on it. Has CP +1, which is crafting points. So I don't want to put this on my miner stuff. I want it on. All right. So you go into meld that. So this is the meld menu. It'll lay out everything you've got. Switch between stuff in your inventory and whatnot. Whatever you overall have on your person. Go down your list. Now, if we look at the bottom, you'll see available materia enhancements. +15 control, +15 of 18 on control is from the gloves themselves. So the best I could do is getting another +3 on control. CP I can increase by 3. This only increases it by 1. 100% chance this meld will succeed. As long as you are using an open slot that's already on the item, 100% chance you're going to be able to put materia on there. That only drops when you're trying to do a higher state of meld that the item doesn't normally support. You can put up to 5 materia on an item, which is referred to as pentamelding. Penta for 5, meld for melding. Outside of endgame gear, pentamelding is not really useful, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. And now you can see one of my slots is taken. As the materia in it gets bigger, the little glow in the circle will also get bigger and look cooler. Right now, this is the most bare bones thing. It makes almost no difference to what I'm doing. But hey. You know what? I can get this stuff. Just get it done. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Script. Arms Merchant. Arms Mender. Fieldcraft Merchant. Independent Merchant. Back this way. Trade Craft, Battle Craft, Watch, Apothecary, Jeweler. Okay. Doesn't have. You're going to be terrible to me about this, aren't you? Meals, seafood, stone, metal, cloth, leather, bone. It's going to be some ridiculous bullshit. Yeah, that's entirely too much for antelope horn. There's no way I'm doing that. So we're going to have to kill antelope for that later. Yeah, it's like, no thanks. Just choose immediate thing. They're not native Thanalan, so I won't be able to advance as a goldsmith. What? Oh, I should go back to goldsmith though. Ironically. Okay. I could do this in a more complicated way, but I'm not going to. This is quick something. Bang earrings bound to me. Okay. Wait, no. Okay. Until you make your first move, so if you use the wrong thing, until you do your first move, it will not use the item that you set up for your synthesis. Very important. You still have that moment to back out of it and be like, wait, no. Okay. Because I want to hold on to those 4 that are high end. Because, yeah, that's just being sensible thing. Okay. Yeah, second set of strings. And I screwed up already. Nice. Okay. Might as well finish. God, I caught it. Dear Lord. Okay. See, because I want to use them for this, which is the larger craft takes more time to do. Okay. Yep. I don't need either of those. It's just your item made. Boom. Brass wristlets of. All right. Okay. So now we have brass wristlets crafting, which bumps up my craft points by 20. 10% increase off the drop is great for me. Bang necklace doesn't help me. Gorget doesn't help me. All right. There we go. Now have lovely new brass choker. Okay. Ooh, do 41. Okay, 74. Okay, I have 1. Now, because I used the last of my high quality, it didn't auto pop the normal quality. Take me to 69, and then one last tap. Okay. Now here, just due to how this ends up working, we're just going to dump into the armory chest. There is honestly a good reason to do this, which is that as I'm moving up, like I can't do the ash patterns. I don't have the recipe for that. It's not going to happen. I don't have access to the craft. This is done by blacksmith. This is done by carpentry. I can't improve those. So I'm tattooed to that point. But now, when I re-equip, oh, okay. So that evens out my thing for that. Okay. Weaver. Both farmers. Let's see. So everything I've got is better. So we're going back to get bronze pieces. Good of you to come, Shaw. I happen to have work for you. It is a commission of sorts for one of our regular customers, a gentleman named Wawaroka. To show our appreciation for his continued patronage, I would present him with his choice of bespoke garments. Seek him out on Onyx Lane. Offer your services. Oh, and remember, Shaw, you are representing me, so acquit yourself accordingly. Okay, check. Is the level 15 quest. Alright, this tells me the closest one is Miner's Guild. Which makes sense, this guy's a miner, so. I am Wawaruka. Who's asking? Ah, hells. Big Rose didn't need to go troubling himself on my account. All them gloves and scarves for the guild, not me. I'm something of a quartermaster around here, see? And the lads go through gear faster than a goblin chewing on a chunk of mithril. But if the big man insists, be rude not to accept. Now then, I reckon I could do with a new cotton scarf. Aye, and a pair of cotton shepherd's slops and all. Ones I've got are on their last legs, see. Been meaning to get round to replacing them. I expect you'll be wanting me to come to the guild for a fitting, will you? See you there, then. I could run over, but this is still slightly quicker. Okay. Now. Cotton yarn. I do not have the undyed cotton cloths. Oh. Great. Okay. Now I'm going to need a second bolt here. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so this is the scarf and the shepherd's slops. Which is equivalent to what I'm wearing because if I take a look, we're in cotton chausses. Oh, yeah, that's for, yeah, they're for, okay. need any further waste. Okay. All right. Recipe trays. So to produce one, I need 4 cotton balls. Use cotton yarn. I already have land-dyed hemp. Six. Yep. Okay. The rest of these. Oh, top level. That's house. Nope. Okay. So great strides. Take a look. Increase the effect of the next touch action by 100%. Effect for 3 steps. So basically, if you know your line and your shot up. Okay. So first we're going to pop waste knot. We're going to hit great strides. Okay, it is giving it to me again. So let's take a look at how this is going to go. So it's going to throw me 219 out of 232 for just my basic touch, which means that now, just press this. 0 to 100. No lines, no weight. Okay. Might as well use the quality stuff. Okay. So when I'm turning this in a second, I want to be very careful. The reason why is because I actually have items like this in my inventory. Turn into a whole thing. Alright. So, instead, I'll just go straight through. Alright then, Shaw. Your garments are ready, good sir. Allow me to help you. Oh, these are nice. Bloody nice. Never had such fine garments before. You're a weaver and a half, you are, Sean. Big Rose did not know how to train him. Did know how to train him. You are too kind, sir. Pardon me for saying so, sir, but I must confess that I had rather finer raiment in mind when I extended you this invitation. Should you desire such, I would be honored to make them for you myself. Ha 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 ha! Thanks, Big Rose. But no thanks. Can't see myself in frilly whatsits. Mine's where I belong, not so fanciful. You need a lady on your arm to go to them things. Ha! That'll be the day. Eh? Anywho, I best get on. But knowing how fast the lads go through gloves, I dare say I'll be back before too long. Thanks again for the duds. Need a choke about water. Good work, Sean. Carry on. And then both these are not as good as what I already have, so we're just going to skip over, grab some extra coin, and upgrade. This is level 20, which is going to be the same thing as it did. Your time has come, Shaw. Today you will work on behalf of Sunsilk Tapestries. Your client is heir to a vast fortune, a rare sort of individual in this city, I know. Like many men of means, ever does he seek new Epicurean delights. I can only imagine what he desires this time. Thought it best for you to go and meet with the man yourself, so I've taken the liberty of scheduling an appointment for you at the Sunsilk Tapestry shop on the steps of Nald. As I'm sure you're aware, that's on the other side of the city. Men like Mamajaru are not fond of waiting. In short, hurry. Holland! Yep. Yeah. Mamajaru. No, I cannot spell a gear. No, I cannot spare a gale, you disgusting parasite. Really, if your kind put half as much effort into finding a job as sponging off upstanding... Oh, the weaver. Was a reflex. I had to fend off far too many beggars this day. I should warn you that I have very specific requirements, which must needs be fulfilled to the letter. I but recently discovered that I possess a prodigious talent for the gladiatorial arts, and am reliably informed that only the most expertly crafted equipment will allow me to realize my full potential. I want a cotton actin, but not just any. It must be enhanced with materia. The ordinary kind is fit to be worn only by peasants. Understood? Good. Now then, I believe you have a job to do. Now I have to go talk with Rose again. Talk with Rose again. Okay. Run, 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 run. Okay. Back so soon. Tell me, what would our esteemed client have you make for him? I see. When did materia-enhanced garments become essential for gladiators, I wonder? Mayhap the talents of the exceedingly wealthy differ from those of the rest of us. Yes, that must be the way of it. And you say he didn't even bother to specify what type of material he preferred. Feel free to use any kind. I highly doubt he will be able to tell the difference. Ah, but a question occurs to me. Are you familiar with material? If not, consider paying a visit to the bonfire in central Thanos. A goblin scholar resides there who is well versed in the ways of materia. I, meanwhile, am but a simple weaver and wholly unversed in the ways of materia. So you can expect no such wisdom from me. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, I'm afraid we shan't be able to provide you with all of the necessary materials. I suggest you search the markets, or you could travel all the way to Vilbrand, I suppose. There's no shortage of dodos there. I leave the matter in your capable hands, Shaw. Okay. Cotton actin. Yep, dodo feather. And that's gonna hold me there. Okay. Go back to Weaver for half a second. Okay. Ah, party finder police. Not a cop. Yes. Right now, I don't know enough about where I'm going with this to bother joining an FC. Also, generally speaking, if you're just randomly throwing stuff out there, it can be considered one of those things where it's like, eh. I'll come back to it later. Okay. Yep, we're back to this. All right. Then mix the too volatile. What? Oh, it's you. Have you not yet learned to concoct potions in your sleep? Admittedly, the results are not always what one dreamed they would be. Now, might I deduce from your unrequested presence that you deem your skills sufficiently sharpened and seek further instruction? Or do you simply derive some perverted sense of enjoyment from my irritable reaction? It's definitely the second one. Whichever the case may be, alchemy is certainly a discipline for the curious, and the curious of nature. Allow me, then, to assign you another of my another task. This time, I require you to create 1 potion of intelligence and 1 potion of dexterity. I am at a critical juncture in my research, so I shall dispense with any lengthy explanations. Surely you need not have me list every eye of newt and fang of bat you need at this point in your education? Like, I'm clearly being passed off, but on the other side of it, if we're being honest, I don't need the explanation. Potion of Intelligence, Potion of Dexterity. Okay, I have everything I need for both of these. So, I'll produce 3, which unfortunately is going to clog a bit more inventory space. Okay. And thanks to some general screwing around type behavior, I already had the mats, so yay. Okay. Just rechecking. Okay. They don't look close to the vest, but hey. I don't really use that inventory marker. So I don't really need to. Oh, the potion's concocted and bottled. I shall field no questions or queries until this is done. Trade. Oh, considering the lack of guidance on my part, you have done tolerably well. As you have discovered, the main catalyst of a potion of intelligence is the primal essence of life, such as that found in the blood of beastkin, curs and wolves and the like. The effect is diminished should the blood be allowed to clot, but you seem to have avoided that novice mistake. Potions of dexterity, on the other hand, make use of finely ground bat fangs. The practice of using the powdered form of fang, horn, or tusk in the creation of alchemical mixtures is an Eastern technique that I am glad to see you have willingly adopted. Either of these concoctions, beyond the skill of most neophyte alchemists, comes as something of a surprise that my sporadic bouts of instruction are proving so effective. In fact, in celebration of your achievement, it is only fitting that you deliver these triumphs to the guild's customer in person. I shall regretfully remain behind, ensconced in my work. Your delivery will take you to the Colosseum, where you should seek a lady by the name of, what's her name? Ah, yes, Ardara. And pray return to me once your task is complete. Yep. Hop over by the Gladiators Guild and run. Ooh, are you from the Alchemist Guild? I thought my order would never arrive. You do have the potions, don't you? Are those the ones I asked for? I don't know. I thought the vials would be more ornate. Well, I must do something to pretty them up before I present them to Franz the Fair. I suppose I should be glad it was you in charge of my request, and not the guildmaster. I mean, one hears stories about the head of the Alchemists Guild. To be honest, I was half expecting the potions to hold some foul liquid if they held anything at all. They say Severian has powerful connections and more gil than he can count. All he does is waste away at his workbench performing experiments. What kind of research could possibly be so important that he would spend every moment chained to his alchemical devices? But listen to me, gossiping away when I have gifts to prepare. I do hope my beloved Franz will be impressed. No. Jump! Ah. Oh, my loyal assistant. The task is done? Sure, I made not the slightest mention of any task. But now that you mention it, I seem to recall dropping some niggling irritation into your capable hands. What then has transpired? I see. More concerned with the vessel than the contents wish. I don't expect much more from those who are not intimately acquainted with alchemy's true beauty. Of course, I'm finding that I can no longer count you among that rabble. Should you continue down this path of mystery, the day might come when you too might join me in the quest for alchemy's ultimate... What? Yes. Oh, yes. I almost forgot the matter of payment. Now, we both best be returning to our work. Okay. Alright. Upgrade my mortar. Whoop. Okay. Arcanist's Tome. Ah, my able assistant. I recognize that look of intense hunger. You wade waist deep in the mire of alchemy. Well, it is that you display such desire. For I stand ready with a task that will further test and expand your proficiency. I have a request from an arcanist by the name of, I have a request from a certain arcanist. He requires an alchemist to construct for him an engraved hard leather grimoire. But, as is so often the case, the matter is not as simple as it first appears. Yew logs, one of the materials used in the creation of the tome, will not be found in any local Ul'dan stall. Thus, it falls to you to take up botany and gather the material yourself, or almost bothersome, scour the market boards of the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. And as if this endeavor were not already sufficiently laborious, the client also requests that the tome be enhanced with materia. Must I explain materia to you? Very well. Materia is the crystallized essence of a well-used piece of gear, physical manifestation of an item's history with its wielder, if you will. It is not well understood exactly how these crystals work, but they have the effect of improving the properties of the objects to which they are attached. Do not expect me to provide a lecture on the intricacies of crafting materia. There is a goblin at the bonfire in central Thanalin who is more than willing to babble on about such things. Mutamix? Yes, that was his name. Mutamix. As for the type of materia, the arcanist was specific in his lack of specificity. You are free to experiment with whichever kind you wish. Glorious! Bring the materia enhanced tome to me once it's complete. Meanwhile, I shall be sifting through my memory for the name of our expectant client. Alright, so bringing this up. So I would need yew logs, which I can't get to. Okay, so I need a hard leather. Let's take a look. Elm. I wonder if we can get elm logs over here. So I can. Maple lumber, ash lumber, maple log, ash. Nope. Okay. So full dead end until I'm a blast. All right. So let's do a quick check. That. Got that up. Old wisdom. Okay. Ah, okay. It'll let us see it. Okay. So this puts us in a slight bit of a quandary here because I can't actually progress my jobs. So let us begin the begin. I can do my job quests for the combat job. Which is what I'm working on now. Gotta drop 5 of the toxic codes. Oh, toxic code, oh, toxic code. Why must I beat you for your legs? Okay. I gotta be careful about the singing bit. That would be a silly way to start running into copyright issues. Two. Three. Four. Now, I already did the level 20 for Gladiator, I believe. So, up here, you can check your completed quests. And if we go over here, we go to Disciples of War, and yes, Face of Fall. I've gone all the way through level 20 on Gladiator, so the only one I have to do is Thaumaturge now. Nope. Okay. Drybo. Let's go. This would probably be better in a different color, but okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Ooh, I have some hunting log I can do. Need one more. Okay. Let's move that a little bit. All right. So lucid dreaming, which I just popped, increases your mana regeneration, but that doesn't seem to be working. Well, let's flip over here. Whoop. Don't be there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep, got level synced. I'm slightly too high level. Okay, almost turn. You appreciate the sped up Black Mage at least? Well, Thaumaturge. Oh, this probably isn't good. Cocoa Boost. Sean, a moment if you please. Pray allow me to shatter that urn. I thought that if I assisted you with your task, that my brothers might finally deign to take me seriously. So I followed you. No, do not do this. What have we got here? What have we got here then? A couple of nosy sand rabbits that are about to get skinned. Oh dear gods! Where'd they come from? They probably followed you. Watch out for that. Damn. Okay. Two strap. Kill that guy. Yeah. So once you know you have a healer, generally speaking, kill the healer first. Oh, come on, man. Really? Crush your enemies. I have officially killed 500. That was simply incredible, Sean. Wish I could wield the same sort of power. This isn't good. Like anyone who has ever read fantasy is just going, oh, sweet Christ. No. I became an alchemist in the hopes of creating some manner of mana amplifying elixir, but all my efforts have been for naught. The results have been far too mild to make any difference. I'll never be a thaumaturge like my brothers at this rate. I'll forever be the pitiful, powerless little sibling. Have you considered becoming a melee DPS? Or, you know, a freaking tank? Go to the gladiator pits. They will train you. It will be incredibly useful for your brothers. Mormos urn. If I destroy it, then maybe my family will see what I'm capable of. This is so many levels of bad. Wait. Don't you dare break my urn. Ah, what the? Does that piece of pottery just talk? Are you Mormo, the Void Scent? I should totally be breaking this right now. This is bad. Well, yes, I am Mormo, but I'm one of the nice Void Scent. Oh, fuck off. Come on, dude. It was the nasty ones that sealed me up in here for helping a mortal. If you would be so kind as to open the lid of my urn, I would be happy to grant you a wish. Anything you desire. Fortune? Fame? No. I'm not really interested in fame or fortune. Perhaps there is one thing. I'd like to have a etheric power equal to equal that of my brothers. Break the urn! Break the urn! Hee, power, is it? A perfectly acceptable wish. In fact, I sense the latent ability buried deep within your spirit. It will be a simple thing for me to turn it loose. What more is there to think about? Open the lid! No! Don't make me stand there through this. Like, it'd be one thing if he grabbed the urn and, like, it just immediately caught him because there was an opening. But, like, I just slow rolled watching him do the dumbest. Really? Now you're like, oh, yes, let's do this. Well, I don't feel different at all. I think Mormo may have been lying. He wasn't lying. Come, Sean. It's time we were leaving. Oh, weren't we supposed to break this urn? And that is that. Yes, this will be such fun. I mean, it would be nice to return home after all this excitement. Oh, yeah. No consequences or repercussions for this whatsoever. Yeah, I just stood there and watched a demonic possession in slow motion. I mean, come on. That is one thing, like, this is obvious bullcrap. Welcome back, Sean. I'm glad to see you're making a habit out of not dying. Before we discuss your trial further, however, I would ask you about Kokobusi. When I saw him but a few moments ago, he seemed odd. Well, odder than usual. Would you happen to know aught of it? Join me at the trial. Hey, Lucy, was it your trial? It's extraordinarily dangerous and foolish to interfere with the thaumaturge's training. Shall have to scold him most heartily. Such unpleasantness aside, I am impressed that you claimed victory in spite of this unexpected development. The teachings of the Yawning Abyss have served you well. With your experience and control thus demonstrated, I believe you are ready to add a new spell to your repertoire, Scathe. This elementally neutral blast of force will prove effective against all manner of opponents. As I am sure you're eager to test this incantation's efficacy, I shall grant you leave to return to your training. I pity the next hostile creature that crosses your path. Oh, this is going to hurt my soul, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to talk about a thing. Okay. So The cotton cowl represents a different kind of piece of gear. So, if we go in here, we have the cotton cowl. Here's the problem with the cotton cowl. Cannot equip gear to head. So if I put it on, I lose that. I lose my headpiece. And this can be worse because... So, brand new rope. Plus, bunch of plus 3s, plus 2. If we look, this does technically increase my defense and magic defense, and it does have 4 bonuses and 4 materia slots, which is nice, don't get me wrong. But I would lose access to my friendship circle, right? Now I've upgraded on weapon and shield, but the thing is, if we look at some of our other stuff, like the cowls almost never work out by the math, because wearing a headpiece is generally going to give you more than what the single cowl will do. And also it looks dumber, so generally speaking, cowls are bad. Okay. Threat of perplexity. Sean, you're safe. I feared you had fallen victim to the Mage Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Ul'dah? Each case involves at least one dead thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Ill tidings aside, I am glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It is time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Yawning Abyss. Kokoboha, our second youngest sibling, will read to you from the Threat of Perplexity. Wahaha! Greetings, Sean. Are you once more prepared to peruse the pages of Power and Peril? Let us begin. The Threat of Perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when, from all sides, those ranks close? Flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear you the multitudinous foe. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? Be most problematic, for example, should you meet this malefic mage slayer and he or she proves to be multiple murderers. What a thaumaturge needs is a thickest thrall, or courageous companion to accompany him in cases where collective cronies are expected. Now as for your trial, Kokoboha! Pray allow me to suggest a practical course for Sean's training. Town is buzzing with the news of yet more slaughtered thaumaturges, their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Nofka's wells. I would have Sean aid me in hunting down the culprit while the trail is yet fresh. Sean may have tolerated your interruption of his trial the last time, Boosie, but you are hardly the hardy henchman he needs to clear such a hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable, brother. If it would allay your fears, I can introduce Sean to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You have secured the services of a stalwart swordsman? Then that would indeed be in line with learning the lesson of the day. Perhaps. Come now, Sean. Let us be about our business before Kokoboha has a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you in Nofka's wells. Yeah, so this is kind of a joke on the whole Chunbayo thing with the Lalafell Black Mages. If you've ever watched anime. Is that Kokobusi? Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at Scathe. Yeah, there's a 20% chance potency will double, making it a 200. Here's the problem with Scathe. It's 800 casts, right? But if we look at Fire, it starts out at a 180 every single time, right? And then with Aspect Mastery, I get a bonus 10%. So it doesn't really matter. It's exactly equal, but it doesn't play in with my main ability. So Scathe is a weirdly near useless thing. There's no real reason to be popping that ability. The general rule is of combat is ABCs. Always be casting. As long as you're doing essentially something, you're moving it forward. Ah, Sean, so good of you to come. My Rogadin friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. Now, there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I would go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, you're looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. Nope. Okay. Go with this do fate stuff later. All right. Did you uncover anything incriminating? Hee hee. The blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated is with enticing etheric energy, will lure the mage slayer into the open. Have courage, Sean. Our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. Oh yeah. This isn't a blatantly obvious setup. I get it. My character's still low level. He's not that experienced. So I will give it this one time. I'll keep it busy. You just focus on magic. See, Scathe actually used to be really, really good. I just focused on Soul Sucker there. Dang it. Swordsman's becoming a problem. Okay, I'm going to sleep some of those guys when we do this again. I am screwing this up. Oh, why not? Okay. Got direct hit rate, slightly better stats, a little bit more HP. Still no way to heal it. Well, I could throw the guy a potion to see if that helps. Alright, let's head and go after the brick wall. Alright. So that, off to collect. It seems our partnership with our hired blade went splendid. It is unfortunate, though, that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, did you not notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kohoboha with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the Rogadin has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest allies. What to do, what to do. Surely, thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it fled into that little cave over there. Hurry now, before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. Yeah, this isn't... Yeah, like I said, this is epochs of clear setup. Which, unfortunately, we do not have genre awareness. But, come on, some of this is getting a little, you know... That is not Kokobusi. Well, it is Kokobusi, but a Kokobusi possessed by the void scent that escaped from Mormo's urn, who was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturges. Hee hee hee. And you, my dear Monowitch Sean, were to be next. I have wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However did you see through it? I am Kokobusi's brother. How could I not? And yet you still sent me here, dude. It is time I destroyed you, Mormo. Put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. Coward like you, destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. That's not good. Poor spineless thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobusi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand against his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. Hee hee hee. Pains me to admit that, but there is some truth to that creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I have betrayed my own teachings. Turn to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Sean. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. Okay. Yeah, the Thaumaturge's Guild. Really? We're still not done with this? Ah, Sean, Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful, considering this chapter complete. Your time with our Tome of Teachings is at an end. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand? I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobusi's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lessons of thaumaturgy demanded I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike. Minimal risk and victory all but assured. How many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice? There will likely be some time, however, before Mormo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobusi's face is unknown. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote my time to considering my next course of action. Pray leave me to my music, Sean. Nope. Nope. All right. He's at Blackbrush Station. Okay. So, did you bring me the toad legs? I did this wrong. Aye, this stuff all right. Now I just need some butter, slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... Master? Oh. What I meant to say was, you've done well to defeat the toxic toads, Sean. For the next part of your lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true! Heyman Holyfist is really here! Ha ha ha! You can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbrush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it. But they both turn a blind eye. Somnus, that's the mind-warping substance made from dream leaves. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. Your friends suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. I'm just an ordinary person, and there's precious little I can do. Ha ha ha! Done enough to bring word to me, friend, for as surely as Heyman Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir, you truly are a hero to us all. Ha ha ha! Slight change of plans, Sean. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something. Searching for some smugglers, you say. Word is they're associated with the Alacran, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance. Okay? There's an abandoned Kikiran lair a short distance west of the Coffer and Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, wouldn't you say? It appears the silver-held Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He's headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. Okay. The Alacran, likely hideout. Silver-haired Lalafell. Don't like the sound of this. Not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Kikiran lair west of the Puffer and Coffin. Lie in wait for them there. Alright. So once I've done this, I'm pretty much just going to run MSQ. So once I have these 20'd out, I'm going to call it, and then next time we'll be working on the... We'll be working on MSQ again. Balls. So that's we've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar is bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Rurakuta! It is you, isn't it? Chito, Headmaster. It's been a while. You vanished from the guild without
with nary a word, and we find you here smuggling somnus with those villains. What is the meaning of this?
Rakuta, my boy, I didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Shuto, Sean, your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. I thought he was healing. It's like, what the hell? Oh wait, they might have been healing. Using something like second chance. Well, second win. Okay, this is agitating. Come on. I'm in Holy Fist, just Arla. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly, or there will be trouble. Holy Fist? Don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. It's out in the wilds, training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels. Was about to call out when I saw this. Would challenge the Holy Fist. You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that, but you do well to know your limits. But, Master? Oh dear. Ugh. You read my every move. You're no ordinary mark. Oh, that is embarrassing. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens when my time came. Rule. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself. Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot, a common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wegfar learns of this.
We really got to stop letting people just walk away slowly. Forgive me, Chuchuto. Sean, I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Him and Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him. Couldn't conquer old age. Strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man.
I'll be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, to do as Chuchuto bids, Sean.
Ah. Been doing some thinking, Sean.
While 'tis true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Heyman has lost his sense of purpose, his will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence. For this, he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Sean. Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Heyman used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak, it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own, Sean, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Heyman beholds you, he will surely be moved to action. Okay. Oh, there's still... Alright, let's get it done. Goatskin jacket is about equivalent to what I got now. Well, it's technically slightly better, but I like the skill speed. So it looks like we'll be continuing to use the same thing. Oh, it's you, Sean. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all, far better off training under Chuchuto. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. Alright. So, as we can see, we have now developed a new thing. We have chakra gauge. 5 chakras that need to be completed. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Heyman out of his doldrums. Seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Heyman once did, overcome the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Sean. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. I want you to seek out these trees, and do as Master Heyman once did. Strike them with a bootshine combo, and fight the hornet cloud that emerges. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Heyman. They will remind him of better days, I am sure of it. Okay. Drybone, huh? Alright. That's a long walk. I don't feel like. Oh, I should probably actually do a geary quick run. Okay. Ended up going out the wrong way. Yeah, I talked about that problem with Drybone before. Alright, so out of combat, you can build your chakra gauge immediate. But here, can't. Once you're in a fight, if you pop it, you'll only gain one. You can also gain it naturally by performing combos. But that obviously takes longer to do. Eventually you unlock the ability to do it. You just need enough of the combo, which, speaking of which, I need to start moving some stuff. Oops. Okay. Indentation. Whoop. Back to the what is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Balls, balls, those are hornets. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. Fair lost count of the times they stung me. Though I remember their places well enough. Pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, memories of my younger days come flooding back. I wouldn't give to relive them. Sean, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again. Have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I don't think it's going well for the old man on this run.
Ready or not, here I come. Oh, that'll leave a bruise. Yes, it's starting to come back to me. Don't have it so easy this round, Sean. Well, he is lasting longer. Can't bear to watch. Oh, have you no respect for the elderly? Yes, yes, my strength returns. Come on, let's go at one more round. See, this is already better. Again? Just getting started. More, Sean. Give me more. I feel so alive. Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. There's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk? You're wait for White Axe. Ain't none called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Sands. I gave up prize fighting after that for the humiliation. Well, it weren't long till I found a place in the Alacrin. Your boy Rurakuta works for me now. Imagine my surprise when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. You sleep at night, knowing how flaccid you've become. Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of Somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. Like as not, a daughter and old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Shut your mouth, Wakefur, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends after all. Friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. My way of motivating you, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, take place in public just like old times. Oh, there should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the pugilist skill. What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. And yet he's going to. This must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as me personal assistant. You really mean to fight him? Have no fear, Chuta. Master,
Sean, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you. The fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chichuto. I know I can do this. I just need Sean to keep getting stronger, as he's been doing so far. Fighting him reminds me of who I used to be. Confident I can be that man again. Okay. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were face Wegfire as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats. I'm not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. I'm determined to win, and I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Sean. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Sean. Just keep at your training. Promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons. All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to call it here. And we're going to start. And we're going to get to work on that MSQ. Because I really need to progress the story. All right. Until next time, thank you for watching. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right. Talk to you later.